Christmas in New York. Today, we are actually about to see our friend Mary Wasif, who is standing, probably also freezing in the cold, in front of St. Patrick Cathedral. Mary, can you hear me?
Hi, Uncle Henry. How are you? I hear you loud and clear. I'm actually on 5th Avenue between 50th and 51st Street in New York City. I'm standing here in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral. It is the largest Roman Catholic church in the United States and the seat of the Roman Catholic Archbishop in New York. Its Gothic architecture and geometric style, which prevailed in Europe from 1275 to 1400, and of which the cathedrals Reims, Amiens, and Cologne in Europe, and the naves of New York, Minster, Exeter, and Westminster are among the most advanced examples. The cathedral seats about 2,200 people. Exterior length is about 405 feet, width 274 feet, and it rises to about 330 feet from street level. For over 125 years, Uncle Hanny, the Cathedral of St. Patrick has enriched the spiritual lives of New Yorkers as well as visitors each year and tourists from areas all over the world. I'm amazed many people of every color, background, race, ethnicity, you name it, are coming in and praying. Over 5.5 million visitors each year come to visit and pray. Of course, the cathedral is awesome, and you can't help but admiring its beauty and design. The awesome calm of the cathedral today is in sharp contrast to the hustle and bustle of the encircling cities outside. However, the cathedrals of the Middle Ages were the focal points in the lives of the people rather than the retreats from life. Victory celebrations, excommunications, festivals, funerals, public meetings, and feast days were some of the numerous reasons for people of the Middle Ages to flock to the cathedral. The bells of the cathedral were the town criers and announced the hours of the business days, called university students to their studies, and proclaimed great public events: a victory in battle, the death of a famous person, a birth of a prince or princess. Colorful processions would march noisily along its aisles and then through its portals into the streets of the city. After more than 6 years as a prisoner, Patrick escaped. According to his writing, a voice which he believed to be God's spoke to him in a dream, telling him that it was time to leave Ireland. To do so, Patrick walked nearly 200 miles from County May. It is believed he was held to the Irish coast. After escaping to Britain, Patrick reported that he experienced a second revelation, an angel in a dream appearing to him and telling him to return to Ireland as a missionary. Soon after, Patrick began religious training, a course of study which lasted more than 15 years. After his ordination as a priest, He was sent to Ireland with a dual mission: to minister to Christians already living in Ireland and to begin to convert the Irish. Mary Wasson, CYC, from St. Patrick's Cathedral. Uncle Haney, back to you.
Thank you very much, Mary. That was very edifying and great experience. We really enjoyed St. Patrick Cathedral with you. Makar, what do you think of St. Patrick Cathedral?
Honestly, I was really amazed. It seems like this time people from everywhere come and they remember God and Christ and his sacrifice for us. I was really happy to see so many people praying in the church.
And did you notice also not just one color or one type of people? I mean, every type and every color are coming. What do you think?
Yeah, I noticed it. It's beautiful to see everyone from different nationalities, whether you're Christian, whether you're not, everyone just going in and visiting the church and listening to the praises going on in the church is really beautiful.
However, though, when you see all of this, you think everybody is doing prayers and Christmas is really a festival for God. But unfortunately, I would like to talk today about Christmas for profit. It sounds like a strange topic, but I want to see what my friends here noticed. What do you think? If I tell you Christmas for profit, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
There's a lot of stuff. I mean, the first thing is definitely the sales that go on, like clothes and electronics and everything. And I know definitely, like, a lot of times growing up, even when I'd say, oh, I want to get this or I want to get that, my parents would be like, oh, wait for the Christmas sale, you know, and it just kind of like all these things that are going on in terms of shopping and stuff like that.
Marianne?
Well, what everyone was saying, that St. Patrick's Cathedral, it's gorgeous. There's so many people and everyone's praying. Sometimes I worry that New York becomes very touristic during this time of season, and so everyone, you know, come to New York. It's snowing, it's white, it's beautiful, and there's lots of shopping, and so it becomes more of a touristic, and we try to get a lot of money out of this season, and so it becomes less about Christ, I think.
Chris, how much Christ is actually for profit, if I may say so?
I would say during the holiday season, I would definitely say about closer to 92 or 93%. And what I mean by that is, like, if you take a look specifically at the St. Patrick's Cathedral, that's an actual tourist attraction. That if you look at, like, the tour guides, which are making tons of money for, you know, the whole Christmas in New York season, you know, that's one thing they will definitely put in their booklet, because it's something that's going to bring them money. It's in a shopping area. This, you know, the Christmas season in New York has become a very, very profitable advertising marketing campaign. So companies are definitely maximizing that. Maybe 94% now that I think about it.
He's trying to be very precise. Yes. So Makar, where did Christ go?
He's behind all the money somewhere, I guess. I mean, I think it's very easy to lose yourself and to lose the true focus of Christmas in all these sales. And then sometimes, even if we're trying to focus, we find that then we start thinking about the gifts that we're going to get. Right. And then we start thinking about, oh, I have social obligations to get other people gifts. And then there's pressure on so many different angles. And here you are, just one person trying to have a relationship with Christ, but all the different angles are keeping you busy.
I mean, we are in Kiyak month, or almost about to finish it by this time when the show will be aired. Probably a lot of people will not come to Kiyak because they are going shopping. And here we leave a month of praise and a month of almost a heavenly time, because Christmas became for profit. You came from Canada. Can you comment on Christmas for profit?
Well,
the American sales are not, the Canadian sales are not really anything compared to American sales, but we do have one special day, and it's been turned into sort of a week now, and it's called Boxing Day or Boxing Week. Once again, the sales are not like anything like Black Friday or anything like that, but they are pretty incredible, and the malls get crazy, so you just really need to stay away from that during that time.
Actually, speaking of December 25, enough of us are confused between which day to celebrate. You have studied that. Can you brief us in just 3 hours?
Well, Dr. Haney, I don't have any degree in it.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't.
You know.
But you have 2 minutes. How about
sorry.
that? All right.
So,
get to the point.
yeah, no, it's on the Gregorian, based on the Gregorian calendar, December 25th, but I was actually doing some reading, and I saw that a lot of the things that we recognize as Christmas symbols, like in terms of the world, like the mistletoe and the wreath and even the day itself, it all derives from paganistic holidays. And the reason why they were okay with having it for, at least this is what I read, at least the reason why they're doing the celebration on this day is because it was a very famous pagan day where a lot of people recognized and took time aside to be mindful of it. So they decided to use this day as so I mean, the timing, I don't know how important that is, but I don't want to say anything incorrect, so I'll,
And going back to the Christmas for Profit, what do you think our role, and maybe Mark, you could lead the discussion. I mean, you are a servant in Sunday school, and every season you will have the same thing. People are going for shopping, people are going to give you gifts, you are going to give gifts, you know that your kids in class are doing this. What do you tell them, and what do you do? What's your responsibility?
Our responsibility as servants is really basically to remind them the reason for Christmas, the reason for the celebration of the birth of Christ and the incarnation, but also to remind them that we're not of this world, and that the true meaning of Christmas is really to celebrate the birth of Christ. Yeah, and I know a lot of times in their schools and even me at work, that social aspect of exchanging gifts and cards and we have to buy presents to everyone else, it's a lot of times it's tempting. But a lot of times we have to, as servants, remind them that the true meaning of Christmas is really a celebration of the birth of Christ.
Can I? Sorry.
Yes.
I kind of disagree. I feel like, I mean, you can't say like we shouldn't exchange gifts for Christmas anymore. Like, I think that's, I don't know. Like, I know that it's part of the commercializing and falling into like, go get gifts and go like spend money and whatnot. But I feel like Christ gave us the biggest gift. He gave us himself, and we are sharing that gift, and we're giving gifts to each other that are symbolic of us loving them. And also, like, I don't know, I just feel like I can't imagine like not giving gifts to my family or to my friends or to my Sunday school kids if I wanted to. Like, I want to share that with them.
Sorry, I was gonna just get in there really quick, and I have to agree with what you said, Lydia. I think it's very true. Like, I got a Christmas card recently. It said something beautiful on it. The wise men still seek him. And then they had a picture of the wise men on it. By the way, thank you, Marianne and Tamer. But I, just to think about like the holidays, like that's what it is, the holiday season. So like they've used it like maybe 10 years ago, it was all about Merry Christmas on the news and on the, everything that you listen to. But now it's the same like colors, same music, but now they're changing it to Happy Holidays. So the world is adapting to like use this as a different method, but still we as Christians, part of the beautiful Coptic Orthodox Church, need to be more conscious and seek him still.
The wise men still seek him. Marianne, I'm in your school or at work. Happy holidays, Marianne.
Merry Christmas.
All right, thank you. That's the answer I would love to hear. Because is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes.
So you like what Marianne did?
I do like that.
Okay, I'm glad you did. So one of the things that we should do in our workforce, school force, that there is nothing wrong with answering back by Merry Christmas even when people are telling you Happy Holidays. This is your holiday. This is your Christmas. God give you that gift. You cannot just ignore the gift, and because of political correctness, you start claiming you don't want to offend anyone. You are not offending anyone but Christ. When you remove him from his holiday, it became holy day because he is the holy of all holies. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of our show, Anything Goes. We are here in New York, spending Christmas with you all over the world. Until next time, have a blessed time. God bless you.